This is the Frontline Show. Of course, Ghana Speaks Extension. Now, we want to throw some questions out there tonight. First of all, what I want to ask my Nigerian guys, even in the animal kingdom, Ghanaians, listen, even in the animal kingdom, it is so clear and unambiguity, absolutely incontrovertible. Absolutely incontrovertible. Absolutely unequivocation. In the animal kingdom, when you get to the animal kingdom, you would see even animals who don't have consciousness and subconsciousness, who don't have the auditory cortex, animals who don't have the cerebrum and all the senses that makes human being think like a human being, even them, even animals, it is so obvious that when you get to the animal kingdom, you would see that this is a group of zebras. On one side, you would also see these are tigers. On one hand, you will see these are lions. Ghanaians, listen, by the way, the lions and the tigers are almost like the same species. They are almost like look alike, yet it cannot, will not, and may not be acceptable that you would see a lion in the midst of the tigers. It cannot happen. In the same vein or in the same spirit, the zebras and the horses are almost the same. Perhaps some can even have the same colors, yet it will not be, it's untenable to see a horse in the midst of the zebras. Even in the animal kingdom, it is not there. So my question is, why is it that Nigerians still want to keep their presence here in Ghana? And of course, making it look like, hey, it is by force and we still want to have our presence here. Why? Why is it that it is so much of a business for this self-styled and embattled so-called king still want to keep his presence here? And it's like, hey, I'm not ready to move. There's this video I saw about this, my friend. Well, he's a friend though. We fought some time ago. What's his name? Destiny Omon. Destiny Omon is out there and he's saying, yes, and the Nigerians, you have to defend yourself. You have to defend yourself. Any Ghanaian who comes, you have to defend you, and we are going to defend ourselves. And this, bro, there's another video of you I captured. And that video, you are loud saying, you are heard to have said this, that yes, you don't blame Ghanaians, Omon, this is what you said, He said you don't blame Ghanaians, but you blame your own Nigerians to have cooked this fire for Ghanaians to heap on you. And one of the shows sometime last week, I said, yes, Omon, you are right. So, Ghanaians, we are sitting our somewhere. Why must Nigerians make us feel that we have committed an error by we sitting in our own country, and you come and you are causing all these troubles? By the way, Omon, I believe that instead of you saying that your guys should defend themselves, I wouldn't say don't defend yourself, because nobody is after Nigerians, but rather, I would rather say channel your energy into ensuring that your man Chukwudi Jude leave Ghana. That's all there is to it. That's number one. Number two, Nigerians who are occupying our supermarkets, our shops, our retailers, we are saying leave. That's all there is to it. You know what? Number three, regardless of all the ECOWAS treaties and the protocols, some Nigerians are prouding themselves with, my friends, let me tell you, okay, with or without, all the ECOWAS states, the sister nations, we have laws. If you have forgotten that Ghana, we have our fundamental laws which guide us, and that laws cannot, will not, and may not be toppled by ECOWAS treaty, and you must be mindful of this. I know the Nigerians are aware that, listen, we have laws established under what's that? GIPC. And that law has nothing to do with ECOWAS. I am repeating, that law has nothing to do with ECOWAS. So, bro, you cannot be right to say that, oh, and this, no. I rather would say, channel the energy into ensuring that, because I know, there are the Nigerian community, including the Igbo community, who are crying, loud and clear that they don't know this man. And on the heels of this man's presence and all the kind of talking and abusing the rights of Ghanaians has brought all of you here. Other than this, I don't know how Ghanaians, all of us will be angry at this time and screaming. No. So channel your narrative well. Bro, channel your narrative very well. I agree with you that yes, this rising tide was cooked by Nigerians and not Ghanaians. You cooked it and you gave it to us. Take it and then deal with us. If not, then why? Like I'm saying, I said earlier and I'm repeating, you will not see this in animal kingdom, that apes and monkeys, they look alike. However, it will be untenable to see apes and monkeys at the same time in the animal kingdom. No. You will not see the lions and the tigers, even though they look alike, but they will not be in the same place. Even in the animal kingdom, laws in the animal kingdom are being respected. Why not human beings? So if we are Ghanaians and we are saying, don't leave our country, let's have some peace. He said, no, because of ECOWAS, we will not leave. We want to be here. How? Does that make sense, guys? Guys, does that make sense? Okay. Let me go on with this. Now, tonight, we are gauging the political atmosphere and examine the undercurrents of power play. Intelligence we are picking up strongly suggests that certain groups and individuals are actively working behind the scenes to secure the continuous what? The continuous stay of the self-styled and embattled Chukudi Jude in Ghana. A move that's run directly contrary to the clear ultimatum already issued for his what? Peaceful departure. Ghana for me person ni mpenifo bi di nkomo. Dia ye tetene se enipa bia ye omadwene se esusu se ehuni se eye omo se efeli se ya betre fia ama papa yi oye Nigeria ni timelines on the 17th as has been re-echoed by Dr. Hassan. Ahani ebeka say oman musuna onko yempasem yempegdi Ghana for ya some grave for. But the year when he said, any baby I or madwene say, a quaint be almost over faswa, sa papa obetro memuha. Na onko, na the business, or Mariata so say, I say, no person me, no problem. What was the earlier major program as me here? Ghana phobia reata so power, including civil society groups, CSOs, almost reata so say. Ghana nsuo no galamsey na ese nsuo no wombe gina omanpanini konsoa kopetama President John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, will do the right thing. Now, much as I agree with all of these people, it is Ghana's sovereignty and they are fighting for, because after the galamsey eno de enye Yabeka said Nigeria ni bi yeah Ghana for nipa bonefo NPP NDC nipa bonefo adamonifo enkabreche hofo satanic verses, all of these demonic people belonging to MPP, NDC. Of course, they are also the same group. They belong to all sorts of fraternities. The fraternity for Nkwa, and almost say Ghana nsuo, any Ghana choir. No more yet with America. Tomu any Niger choir so say yes, seno mumpo yes, seno. And a Ghana phobia, sorry. Why not say women defending Ghana's sovereignty? They will defend Ghana's sovereignty. We here also believe that we must also defend Ghana's sovereignty on another angle that will not allow any foreigner to come and lay his hands on our soil, including to what? Pour libation. How dare you? Chukudi, who gave you that orders? Who gave you that right to pour libation here? By the way, do we have any Ghanaian out there in your Igbo land pouring libation? Do we have some Ghanaians there in Igbo land also what? Also enskinning themselves as what? King of. And why do you want to continue to do this? Here, what right do you think? Look, today I'm in a certain mixture. The chemistry is not too good for me. But you know what? Get prepared. Before we proceed to name and shame those individuals actively working behind the scenes to achieve this agenda, we are once again stating, now listen, those Ghanaian authorities who are behind the scenes doing this, listen, before we name and shame you, and tonight we'll forgive you for tonight. But you know what? Before we do that, we are stating on authority and on equivocation, those groups and persons must back off immediately. I repeat, those of you group of persons who are trying to do all kinds of machinations for this Igbo man to have a continuous stay in Ghana, we are saying to you tonight, back off immediately. And allow rule of law in Ghana to visibly manifest or be seen manifestly being done without any interference. Any continuous attempt to undermine the due process or frustrate lawful decisions risk triggering what? Severe clashes and unwarranted tensions in the country or situation no one wishes to see. Yeah, catch on, sir. Muna mushemwa. Mu pesa mu causes our problem where he said, Mu shesa chukud in the betanum. The ebe banebia na muntiminsom. They can't crash them. If you didn't America. Muna mayam who hinted yetiam. Mushemwa. Mudesa boneno mo pesa mo continue say ye hippie bonnet or how near tete Ghana force yempe but musu know because me mean thing what bakwa say be that say a foreigner actually be mind so sabi e din kwasiasam ke kan kwasiasam e kire Ghana fo ne say sorry na ko Ghana fo bi penifo bi say hey ye de enti so dogo bi ti abesu no enti continuously mo pesa mo ye den mo man stay ha well the clock is already taken. Yet the any is so be but 17th is just around the corner. What you have to do to avoid this fatality is in eminence. Now, folks, let's take a close look at some footages of Nigerians who have realized that their fellow Nigerians are not being realistic. They are what? Attacking Ghanaians. Nigerians need been who say, no, you need rises here attacking Ghana. I will end by saying, any group of persons behind this move, back off and back off immediately. I rest my case. Now, let me give you some footages of some Nigerians, even siding with Ghanaians, say, no, our brothers and sisters, you know, living in Ghana are not conducting themselves well in Ghana. And why must they be? These are Nigerians talking, not Ghanaians. This is Nigerians. And ever since, Nigerians have continuously been speaking on behalf of Ghanaians. Why? Why do you think your own brothers and sisters will be doing so? Listen to this man speaking to you Nigerians. Take a listen.
Host, I was listening to you when you were talking about Nigeria. To be frank, I was preparing a very long note to reply to you. But fortunately, you shift and balance the question, and I was happy. And trust me, if you are a very sensitive host, when you were talking about Nigeria, look at the comment section. They were happy, jubilating. Now, when you shift the narrative, look at the comment section again. They were insulting you. Now, let me put this clear. I've never sound.
Wait. Let me tell you. Let me correct you something. My duty is to destroy Nigeria.
Right.
Why?
Right.
You say you are in Ghana. If Nigeria is working well, will you be in Ghana? If you say you are in Ghana, if Nigeria is working well for you, will you be in Ghana? Do you know that in that same Nigeria, Children are being raped. Children are being, they don't have any option than to do prostitute. Did you know in that same Nigeria that Fulani herdsmen who is in control of Nigerian government is unaliving more than 5,000 people on a weekly basis in the northern part of Nigeria, in the Benue State, Agatu people, the Boko people. Do you know what is going on in Nigeria? Are you proud to be a Nigerian, to pronounce yourself to be a Nigerian for all these things that is going on in Nigeria? That even to extent, if you defend yourself from Fulani terrorism, you overpower Fulani terrorists who want to come and unalive you and your family. You unalive that Fulani herdsmen. The Nigerian government will come and arrest you. Why did you buy Fulani terrorists? It's happening in Nigeria. So all these things is happening in Nigeria. When all these things is happening in Nigeria, it's happening in Nigeria. Look at the one I play. A Yoruba woman who is doing business of catching people, unaliving them, cutting them, selling them for them pass by pass to do money ritual. It's happening in Nigeria, and you want me to be here, be happy about Nigeria. Do you know that more than 99.9% of people that have been unalive in Nigeria are government problem, government cause it? And then you want me to talk about, there is nothing good about Nigeria. Nigeria is a terror. Nigeria is worse than terrorist. I hate Nigeria.
This guy is a Nigerian. Is he a Ghanaian? Why is he talking this way? Why do you think this guy is speaking that passionate? In another disturbing footage, a group of Nigerian kidnappers held a fellow Nigerian man in captive before murdering him and dropped his remains in the bush. Later, his remains or his body was discovered by Nigerian security services. You see, these are some of the things you guys are in the pipeline to introduce to us here in Ghana. Your own fellow Nigerian, they murdered him, threw his body in the bush, and his remains was discovered by the Nigerian security services. Why must this? Why killing? Blood. Why, guys? Omon, why your guys are like that? Can you answer me, bro? Why are your guys like? You don't think this is really a matter of concern, bro? Guys, take a listen. Watch this. Take a listen, watch.
2020. Detectives from the anti-kidnapping unit arrested two men, 25-year-old Osundu Uchendu and 23-year-old Amebulem Amos. These young men, now in custody, are accused of masterminding a series of kidnappings across Port Harcourt, but it was their chilling confession that shocked even hardened investigators. They admitted to abducting Eraba Dinabari, tying him up to a tree in a forest and leaving him there until death claimed him. It all began on a quiet Friday evening, May 15, 2020. Heraba had just closed from his daily routine. Unknown to him, two young men had been watching his movement for days. The kidnappers trailed him as he drove through the woody axis of Port Harcourt. At a lonely stretch of road, a vehicle suddenly blocked his path. Before he could react, masked men jumped out, one pointing a gun at his chest, another smashed his car window. In seconds, Eraba was forced out of his Toyota Spider, blindfolded and shoved into the back of their car. Witnesses later recalled hearing a brief struggle, but the kidnappers moved quickly, vanishing into the night. For Eraba, that was the beginning of a nightmare. The journey into the forest was long and cruel. The suspect confessed that they drove him around for hours, deliberately confusing him so he could not recognize directions. Finally, they reached a fake bush in Aleme local government area. Under the cover of darkness, they dragged him out. The forest was damp, filled with the sound of insects and the smell of wet earth. Eraba, still blindfolded, pleaded for his life.
As we carry the man, keep the for inside bush. I mean, they bring food for them. He bring 2 of him boys where they take care of the work. A misunderstanding between Oga Zeke and him boys where they take care of the work here. I make them kill the man because the him boys think say him be want set them up. Say don't collect money, no one give them. Maybe one use government set them up, so they need to kill the man and come up for the bush.
But his captors were not moved. They tied his hands behind his back with a rope, forced him to his knees, and secured him against a tree. His cries for mercy echoed through the silent forest, but only the leaves heard him.
Guys, this is a very nice man. For whatever crime he has committed, I don't know. But his own Nigerian brothers could simply just kidnap him, kill him, for want of what we don't know. Is this what we Ghanaians, we are yet to be introduced to and practice here? For what? What crime do you think we've committed for? Guys, I'm ending the show tonight here. But before I end the show, my WhatsApp number is on the screens. We are about to conduct a major exercise, explosive one. Ghanaians, do not be disappointed for the fact that we haven't contacted you yet. But any Ghanaian, wherever you know the hideouts of Nigerians, whose possibility would be that they are not documented, don't go and disturb them. Just send a message to our WhatsApp 020-297-346-061, right? Our WhatsApp number is on the screen. Send a WhatsApp, mention your name, and tell us where those Nigerians are hiding. Very soon there will be some security forces going after them. They will soup all of them. These are people who have come here illegally and they don't want to be documented. Take the number and send a message, less than a minute, perhaps at least 2 seconds or so. Mention your name, where these Nigerians are, and then let's gather and go after them. Security forces will soon unleash and they will get all of them arrested. Folks, I will end the show here. Definitely will come your way this very midweek Wednesday coming. Folks, my name still remains Kwaku Annan. Great guys and a bomi chidom. I echo Bismarck and Keynes Campbell, online editor, and then the 2 great guys, indefatigable executive producer Yao Yamba, incredible, give me the push. Guys, program where I may be Edaho for want of more pay repeated. No, I Oko YouTube no so Eda YouTube, my CTVGH, the frontline Ghana, ya pitini now. Now coupon yard me ya pe Eda YouTube, Oko share, San share, Osha, me lazy. Give it to a friend be or brother be. No who are there air cost or memoir. We all must rise up to the occasion and defend the sovereignty, the integrity, the credibility of this nation. It is ours. Yeah, my Nigerians, the shebre of our mind will never. For me, no, any my job. Great guys, it will be see until I come your way same time, Wednesday, 8 or 5 p.m. I am Kwaku Annan, your investigative journalist. Bye for now.